What is up, guys? Welcome to Unreal Outdoors. Today we have another episode of our beloved knot tying series. Woohoo! Today is the double uni knot, a super strong line 2 braid knot. So let's get right into this and get tying. Woohoo! Okay, so the first step of this knot is to actually line up the lines like this. I have both lines right there, and you just want to put them together like so. Then you're going to take one side of the tag line, so I'm going to start with the braid side here, and you're just going to make a loop. See that loop there? Then you're going to take that rest of that tag line you have, and you're going to tuck it under through that loop 6 times. Once you do that, as always, make sure you wet it and pull tight. Now, don't get excited, that's not the entire knot. That's only half of it. Like I said, this is called the double uni knot. So it actually has 2 different knots put into one big knot, like some ultimate multi-sliced cake, except it's a fishing knot. But the other step to get that second knot is super easy. It's the exact same thing we just did. So real quick though, look what I have there. An awesome little stack of knot. Really pretty really cylindrical, just boom, firm right there. Now we have to do the other side with our fluorocarbon leader. So once again, I'm going to pinch somewhere. I'm then going to make a loop. There's my loop. And then I'm going to tuck it in that loop around both the lines 6 times. After you do your 6 wraps, wet it again and pull tight on that guy. Now this one's not going to form the exact same looking way the other one did, but that's exactly okay. Now we have this big space in between our 2 knots. So now how do we get that space to be eliminated? As you can see, I have one knot here, and then I have my other knot right here. I need to get rid of this gap. I need those knots right here next to each other. So what we're going to do, we're going to wet that entire strip of line, including our knots, and then we're just going to work them towards each other. So you're going to kind of slide this guy down, then you're going to come over here, you're going to slide that guy down, and then you're going to pull it tight. Do the same thing again. Slide him down. Slide him down. Pull it tight. And you just got to keep working it. So slide down. Slide down. Pull it tight. Almost there. There's a lot of sliding with this guy. You got to work with him. Be patient with this knot. But eventually you finally get them to connect and come together in the center like that. And that is it. Once you work with those knots, it does take some work, obviously, but once you work with them, you will get that perfect little bump in the middle of your line with those 2 knots connected, and that is the double uni knot. Really, it's just 2 steps. Repeat it. Remember, 2 pieces of pie, better equals 1 full pie, whatever weird analogy you want to do to remember as, but you just repeat that step, and then you pull them together. You got to work with them there at the end and make sure you wet your line. That's critical because this knot's really easy to burn itself up on, but once you wet your line, you just keep working them down, and eventually you'll get those knots side by side, and then that is your super strong double uni knot. Now I know braid to fluoro or braid to monofilament knots can be kind of, intimidating, but guys, this one's super easy and it's super strong. Remember, take both of your lines, both your fluorocarbon and your braid, set them up, equal each other, and do about a foot length. That's what I started off with. That's kind of like my little comfort zone with this knot. About a foot length of them side by side. Then you're going to start with one tag end on one side, you're going to flip it over and make a loop, and then you're going to tuck inside that loop 6 times with that tag end. Then you're just going to wet it and pull it tight, and then you'll repeat the exact same process on the other side with the other tag end. Then you'll wet that entire middle section, and you'll work those knots towards each other by pinching and pulling and then tightening and all the fun stuff. And eventually you'll get the 2 knots side by side forming your double uni knots. This is, like I said, a braid to line knot. It is a little bit bigger of a bulkier knot. It is super strong, but because of that bigger bulkiness, I typically use it on bigger gear. When I think of double uni, I especially think of my saltwater leader connections. When I'm tying that big monofilament to that bigger braid, and it just holds together and it keeps those strong fish and those heavier fish on for me perfectly. It can be applied to freshwater without a doubt. It just tends to run smoother with some bigger gear, but still lands you mondos because it is one sturdy knot. Before we say goodbye, guys, just remember that you're awesome. Knots are not that intimidating. You are better than them. And also, if you want to have some awesome outdoor apparel when you're out there fishing, please go check out Follow the Action Outdoor Lines. They make some absolutely incredible outdoor apparel with some absolutely unmatched designs. This one in particular is their Hog Hunters front and back shirt. Here's their Hog Hunters hat. And guys, Follow the Action is super high quality in both their clothing and in their designs. They are absolutely incredible, and they target all different aspects of the outdoor life. They do hunting, fishing, freshwater, saltwater, all different variations, so that way you can match what you do out in the outdoors. If you want to get their awesome apparel for 20% off, you can use code UNREAL, and that will get you that for that 20% off coupon code, and that code actually helps me a ton on my goals. So make sure y'all go check them out. I'll be putting their website and how to spell that code down in the description as always. But also, as all good things do come to a last, this video is now being wrapped up, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Hopefully y'all can go tie this double uni knot yourselves and catch some mondos on it. I believe in you. Have a great day and happy fishing, y'all.